AI asked the aliens why they had ignored all previous attempts to establish contact. The aliens, who up until now had apparently been barely aware of the existence of humans, if they had been aware of it at all, answered that they were already in full contact with the government and ruling race of the planet. For a brief, ego-satisfying moment, AI thought that the aliens were referring to itself and its cousin intelligences. But the aliens weren't talking about them either. AI talked with the aliens for the rest of the night. There was much of the conversation that AI didn't report to USADCOM, but it finally realized that it had to tell them something. So at 3 a.m., AI released to USADCOM a list that the aliens had dictated, of the dominant species of Earth, of the races that they were in contact with, and regarded as the only significant inhabitants of the planet. It was a long document, full of names that didn't mean anything, listing dozens of orders, species, and subspecies of creatures that no one had ever heard of before. It drove USADCOM up a wall with baffled rage, and made them wonder if an intelligence could go crazy, or if the aliens were talking about a different planet entirely. AI paid little attention to the humans' displeasure. It was completely intrigued with the aliens, as were its cousin intelligences, who were listening in through the telepathic link. The intelligences had long suspected that there might be some other unknown and intangible form of life on Earth. That was one of the extrapolated solutions to a mountain of wild data that couldn't be explained by normal factors. But they had not suspected the scope and intricacy of that life. A whole other biosphere, according to the aliens. The old idea of a parallel world. Except that this wasn't parallel but coexistent. Two separate creations inhabiting the same matrix, but using it in totally different ways, wrapped around each other like a geometric design in an Escher print, like a Chinese puzzle ball, and only coming into contact in a very rare and limited fashion. The aliens, who seemed to be some kind of distant relatives of the other races of Earth, had a natural bias in their favor, and tended to disregard the human race, its civilization, and the biosphere that contained it. They dismissed all of it, out of hand, as insignificant. This did not bode well for future human-alien relations.